All right, step number 13. Open bag D, they said, and open bag D I did, and now it appears that I am building a center diff. That's what it appears. Now, this one does have a different weight of oil that they included. With this bag, they give you some 20,000 weight, which is good because you do want your center generally to be stiffer than the others. It's a little odd that they give you the same weight for both the front and rear, but oh well. So center diff, this is going to go together pretty much the same as the front and rears. It's the same basic construction, except instead of having a beveled input gear, this time around it has the spur. This is a 32 pitch spur. Nice and wide teeth they gave you on that too. So hopefully that will last. And then again, this is sealed gear diff, so hopefully it will not spill all over the place. And once again, I get to have fun with E-clips. Now that one popped. Try again. There's a little bit of binding, it feels like, in this one. Didn't go together quite so well. Feels like it's making contact between the gear and the housing. All right, so I just lubricated. I took it back apart, lubricated the O-rings, lubricated everything down there with some thin shock oil just to get it going. Helps a little bit, but there's still a little bit of binding on one side. For now, I'm just going to have to let this go and hope that as it gets worn in, that will loosen up. It's not really bad, and being on the center diff, it's not something that needs to be worked a lot, but it is something that I will probably check a little bit later on. So moving on anyway, I need to get this guy, and I will go ahead and get a little bit of pre-lube on these O-rings now. And there we go. One more gear. And another of my favorite things in the entire universe, an E-clip. You know what else I just noticed? This E-clip didn't go in all the way. Oh, wow. Now that I've pushed it in more, now this thing is really tightened up. Okay, that is completely unacceptable on this one over here. So this is going to need some work. Something in there is just compressed way too much. There's the problem right there. There's a burr. There's a burr around the edge. I didn't even notice that. That would need to be filed down, but that's just all bad. So watch out for that. Okay, so I've got my newly filed down bevel gear in there. It was, like I said, it had a burr on it. I just used a fine jeweler's file to work that down. Also got inside of it just a little bit just to smooth it out. Make sure I didn't just move the burr. And I've got a fresh E-clip here. They did not give you any spare E-clips here. They gave you just the exact number that you need, which is always kind of a dick move when manufacturers first force you to use E-clips and then give you exactly the number you need. So if one of them flies off on you, like they're liable to do, you're just out of luck. So I went into my own stash, got my own new E-clip because the old one was starting to get kind of beat up from being used and reused and reused and reshaped. Now it's feeling right. Okay, now we're good. Finally. Yeah, so that was a colossal waste of your time, wasn't it? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's move on. Fill this guy up with oil, looks like. Still need to get my little miniature spiders in there. Colossal waste of my time too. It's supposed to be assembly, not respec. All right, got some nice thick gooey 20,000 weight oil in there, and it looks like I've got enough ready to put my little fiber washer thing on here and seal this guy up. Start to hopefully accelerate the build a little bit. Be sure not to over tighten these. Try to tighten them evenly. Do your final tightening by hand so you can get a good feel of just how tight they are. You want to do it pretty evenly. Now I'm going to move all these oils out the way and finally bring into the picture chassis. These side plates get on there. This is a nice, looks like 4mm stamped aluminum, hard anodized piece. For the main chassis it's quite narrow. And here the story turns a little bit dark. Literally, the instructions are dark. There's a lot of darkness there, and they could have kind of upped the gamma a little bit. All right, I had to do a little bit of hunting, but I found the parts that I need, and they are this guy and this guy, and then this is the aluminum main motor mount. They all get assembled together. They neglect to mention that you should use thread lock on these last two screws, the ones that go into the motor mount, because the motor mount is metal. The diff goes down, looks like with the cup side forward. Again, this is one of those areas where, like I said, it's very dark in the instructions, and it's dark against dark. But hopefully, oh, you know what? Cool. Did not realize that this piece right here is not symmetrical. Actually needs to be oriented so that the inside little half a hoop piece that's in there, it actually sticks up a little bit, needs to be towards the front. Just could not see from the instructions. Trying to speed things up, guys, but instructions are not making it easy on me. Okay, there we go. Diff, center diff in place. Now I need to put the over guard over it. There's only one way that'll go. Also holds down the bearings from the top. Once again, metal screw into metal. Use thread lock. The rear two. Oh, that's silly. Come on. There's a little bit of rubbing of the spur gear against this little plastic insert, the first one that went in that covers the hole from the bottom. Just a little bit of rubbing there. This thing is located front to rear properly, but crap, man. Crap. Take this out, and I'll just go Dremel down the rearward face of this a little bit, just to give myself some clearance for the dang spur gear. Hopefully this time when it gets tightened down, it will stay like that. There it goes. All right, Axial folks, much respect for what y'all do with your kits and stuff, but I should not be needing to file and mill parts just to make them fit together.